Ruben Amorim has been sacked by Manchester United. We all know that now, but there still lies a very big important question. Who comes in to replace him now? Like, look, I've had to think about this. I was making a note of it yesterday. I've had to think about it. There are quite a few options that we have. It doesn't seem fully doom and gloom in my opinion. It looks like in the fan base right now, a lot of people are worried about where Man United is going to be. And it's fair enough. We've gotten rid of so many managers now. It's going to be a cause for concern, but ultimately, I feel like this one had to be done. I feel like just now looking forward, we just need to think about our options, see what we're going to do, because ultimately Manchester United need to be the best again. That's the main cause of concern here. We just want all of us, despite whether you agree with Amorim being sacked, you don't agree with Amorim being sacked, everyone can agree we just want Manchester United to be the best again. And that's what we need to focus on heavily now. So as far as I've seen, I think Darren Fletcher's taken over now until the end of the season before any sort of like permanent decision is going to be made on who's going to be the next Manchester United manager. So I just thought we'd just go over a couple of them, just a couple of potential options that are being looked at, being discussed amongst the fan base, and just see what you guys think and let you know what I think as well. You know what I think about the potential options. So one of the options that I think one of the main options people are saying right now is none other than Zinedine Zidane. Now look, this is my thing on it. Zinedine Zidane at Real Madrid, fantastic manager. He was good. He wasn't the greatest, but in my opinion, he was a very good manager. I feel like he managed Real Madrid very well. I feel like he did bring a lot of good times. There was arc times towards the end, but that was just coming towards the end of his tenure. Right? It happens that a manager can't always be great all the time. You know what I'm saying? There are times where you might see it, unless you're maybe Guardiola or something, or Ferguson. That's the only time where you're going to be the greatest for Arsene Wenger. I'm saying those kind of guys. But I don't know. He had a good run at Real Madrid. But for me, I don't see him being a good fit for Manchester United personally. And the only reason I say that is because I think his success at Real Madrid was partly because of the fact that he knows the Real Madrid system and in him being a previous player for them. I just think when you're a previous player for a team and then you become the manager, you are going to have good times because you are passionate about the club, especially if you're a borderline of support. I don't know if he actually supported Real Madrid, but he was a very key player for them. That was the main pinnacle of his career whilst he was at Real Madrid. So he's going to have a lot more passion than another man who's just coming just to do the managerial job. So with that being said, if he comes to Manchester United now, he doesn't have that grit for Manchester United the way he did for Real Madrid. So I don't see that really working out for Zinedine Zidane at Manchester United. You guys can let me know what you think about it, but I feel like I don't see that working out personally. I feel like does he even speak English? I don't even think he speaks English, so that could already be a thing as well. I feel like it's important to have that English speaking manager at your club. I'm saying because it's an English team. I'm saying you do need an English manager to get your points across because it doesn't really hit the same when you got a translator and stuff, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying, so I feel like that's probably going to be a bit of a barrier for him as well. I just don't particularly see that working out in my personal opinion. I just feel like there's a lot better options, which we're going to get into as well. I feel like we do have a lot more viable options that we can look at. I'll get into the next one. So the next option that people were discussing, I don't know if this is going to be looked into by Manchester United, but Enzo Maresca. So he's just been let go by Chelsea. Now, I don't think that's going to work either with Enzo Maresca, mainly because he's just been let go just because of a dispute that he was having with Chelsea and their higher up as well. So we've just had that problem, which has caused Amorim to leave. So I feel like Enzo Maresca coming in, knowing that he's already had a similar problem to Amorim, you're just asking for more issues because you're going to come to Manchester United and the same thing is going to happen. You're not seen as a Mourinho, you're not seen as a Guardiola, so you're not going to come and just enforce your things, everything happens your way or the highway. No, it's just not going to happen. So I feel like Enzo Maresca, I feel like that was just a topic of discussion, but I'm saying that should just be a straight hell no. In my opinion, that's got to go straight hell no. But I might even do this in a tier format. So if I'm going to put that in a tier format, I'm going to say that's just like a straight hell no. Right? That's not going to happen. That shouldn't happen. He's a good manager, but that shouldn't happen. It's not going to happen because it's just going to lead to the same situation happening again. And that's the last thing I want for this club. So next manager that people were discussing, I think it's Mr. Unai Emery. So this is a bit of a weird one to discuss because he's still with Aston Villa right now. So this is just off the assumption that he would leave Aston Villa to come to Manchester United. And in my opinion, that is just I don't see why in his right mind he would ever leave Aston Villa to go to Manchester United. Aston Villa right now are outperforming Manchester United. They've got some very strong players where you can see some sort of development moving forward. So I just don't see why Unai Emery would ever even look at going to Manchester United, because we're just in complete disarray and this will just be a complete bomb site for him to join. So with that one again, just looking at this list of people, because like I said, when I was making this list of managers to look at, it's just like anyone and anyone's being thrown together. And I don't know, there's not much thought going into this right now. I feel like Darren Fletcher just being the interim right now for the next 6 months is the best thing for Manchester United, because we just need time to figure out who is actually going to fit into this system. Because Emery, as much as it will be great, I think he's a fantastic manager and I think he would be a good fit for Manchester United. But realistically, why would he come? There's no logical reason. Any sort of, it's like the Semenyo thing where people were wondering why Semenyo rejected us for Manchester City. Why would he come to Manchester United when you see the state of us right now? It just doesn't make sense. So I don't see Unai Emery as a valid point. So I don't know. I'll put him, if I was doing a tier list, I'll put him in the middle. I'll put him bang in the middle, because I don't know. I don't see Manchester United. I don't know. He would be a great fit, which is why I put him where if it was down to he was available, I'll say he should be towards the top. But because he's not available, that's why I put him mid, because I don't see him joining. But if he was to join, I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me. But this is, for me, right, this is where it's going to be a hot take, because I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me. I know I might get a lot of hate in the fan base. I'm going to go, oh, no ball knowledge. Oh, zero ball knowledge. You don't know anything. But I think Wayne Rooney potentially could be one of our best shouts. Now, hear me out. The reason why I say Wayne Rooney might be the best option for manager, but actually, then again, between him and Darren Fletcher, but I would prefer Wayne Rooney. Now, the reason for that is because Wayne Rooney's already had some managerial experience. It may not have been the best managerial experience, but he's got managerial experience. He knows how to manage a club. He knows what it takes to do it. He knows what's expected, so on and so forth. Be it that it wasn't the highest tier of club. But it goes back to what I was talking about with the love for the club. Wayne Rooney is a diehard. Like, he's Manchester United through and through. I'm saying he built his whole career through Manchester United. He became a club legend. He's a club legend. That's it. And I feel like right now, all Manchester United need is just someone who really cares about the club fully. Not about doing a job and impressing the board, but as a supporter of or a fan of Manchester United, just having expectations and having someone who's in the club where the players can look at him and say, you know what? I want to play for him and I want to listen to him, because I respect him and what he's done for this club. I.e., like, if Rashford was to stay at Manchester United, he's played with Wayne Rooney before. He idolized Wayne Rooney before. There's no way he would, like, if anyone's going to bring out the best in Rashford, it would be Wayne Rooney. If anyone's going to bring the best out of any of the up-and-coming players coming through the academy, it would be Wayne Rooney, because we all looked up to him. That was all Manchester United's goal as a player. So when it comes from that point now, it just creates that dynamic in the changing rooms where even if we don't have the best personnel, we have someone who you just want to be the best for. And if you lose, he's going to be hurt, and it hurts not from a place of, oh, I might lose my job. It's hurting from a place of, we are Manchester United. Why the hell are you losing these games? Why are you not trying the best on the pitch? You see me trying my best on the pitch. Why are you not doing it? You saw the success that I brought to this team when I was trying back to, whether we had good players or not. That's the message that Wayne Rooney could send. So in my opinion, I just feel like Wayne Rooney would be the best option for Manchester United. Just off of that alone, I feel like that is so important to us right now. We just need someone who the players respect, the fans respect, the board respect, everyone respects. And that is Wayne. I think that's Wayne Rooney. I don't know. I hate for this. I feel like I'm going to get hate, and that's fine, because that's the way I see it. I'm a Manchester United fan, and I want someone to feel it as much as we feel it when we lose. Wayne Rooney will feel it if we're losing and players aren't tracking back on, or just basic goals are being conceded, if goalkeepers aren't performing well. Wayne Rooney is going to feel that as much as I do. And that's important to me. So let me know you guys' thoughts. Those are some of the managers that are being discussed in it. In my opinion, I think Wayne Rooney should be top of the list. He won't be. Probably won't. Manchester United are going to probably look for a manager who's decorated, experienced, But in my opinion, that's the way to go. But you guys let me know what you think. And I have another video that's going to be released after this where I'm just discussing the actual problems that Manchester United have now in terms of the team. We've discussed the manager now. We've got that out of the way. But now it's time to talk about the team. What do we need to do with the team? What is the team missing? What do we need to look at in the transfer window? Where can we improve? I've discussed that in another video. So make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss out on that video. And I'll see you in the next one.